Yeah. And do you think that, you know, with the way with how different things are, because it's exactly like you said, right? Like even back in the days, right, when you guys would go press up and you be in the studio, you might leave with your demo record. You had to actually go to the clubs and hand them to DJs. You had to go to radio stations, hand them to DJs. There was a lot of groundwork that went into it.
You also said something that was the main important shit. Pressing it up. That costs the money.
Yeah.
That was where the money is. You fucking got to press up all of these records. Now, the company is going to press all them records. They're going to send them shits out. The record companies are going to sell what they're going to sell, and they're going to take what they got left and turn that shit back to the record company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that costs money. Now, you're being charged, whether them fucking 25,000 albums sold or not, you, the artist, are still responsible for that fucking pressing, what it costs to make the wax, the packaging, the fucking label, the stamp that's on it. You pay for that, right? So now, before you even come off the fucking rack with your first record, your ass is in debt. Nowadays, y'all make one MP3. I like that shit. I put one MP3 up and I'll sell it to all you motherfuckers or give it to all you motherfuckers to stream. You know what I'm saying? There's no cost in it now. The cost is that motherfucker's going to make you work for yourself because they ain't going to fuck with you and give you no kind of anything unless you've got numbers on your social media. Well, if I'm getting numbers like this, and I'm getting 100% of the profits, why the fuck should I let you sign my first motherfucking kid in his arm and my third nephew's leg in a contract when I can get all this by myself? I guess it's just the prestige of saying I'm signed to so-and-so. They ain't making records anymore. They're distributing your music on the same motherfucking internet that everybody else has. Like, what's the perks here?
Yeah.
What's the fucking perks? Tell me the perks. Do they give me a video budget? No, they're gonna tell you to go shoot your video on your iPhone.
Yeah.
Get it on your computer and send us a copy when you finish.
Sorry, did I cut out there?
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody tried calling me there.
I hate when that happens. If I hope nobody call because my shit just don't work right after that shit.
Well, the 1 sec, I'm just gonna text them and just say I'm not available.
Fuck them. Text them later unless that shit say emergency.
No, I just want to make sure they didn't try calling back. That was all.
Okay. Don't call back, motherfucker. I'm doing some shit.
Exactly. No, but well, that made me lose my train of thought. But so one thing I did want to do though is because one thing I feel like and I could be wrong, but I feel like one thing not enough people actually ask you about, which is one thing I'm very interested in, is the roots before it all. Like a lot of people have asked you, what got you into hip hop. Like I know Melly Mel and Grandmaster Caz were some of your early inspiration stuff, but I want to know, like, what was it like growing up in Queensbridge houses when you were coming up? Like even before hip hop and all that stuff. Like what? Like,
all right, look. See, I never aspired to be a fucking artist. Okay, I was happy with being a good fucking common fucking household thief. I fell into hip hop by mistake. And Queensbridge, growing up in Queensbridge, it was like having a whole borough in 6 blocks. Everybody on each block acted different. They had different personalities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't describe it to you. It was like the 40 side of 12th Street didn't act like the niggas on the 41st side. You know what I'm saying? It was, every block was different. This Vernon was different from that Vernon. But it was just growing up just like everybody else. But I never had any intentions on being a rapper and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I was going to be a cook or whatever. But when Shante made that motherfucking record, that's what changed the whole perspective on life. Because I used to be the nicest on the bench when we was rhyming off the head. So if she could make a motherfucking record, I definitely can Now, how I did it was I schemed, how can I get Marley Marl's attention and keep his attention? Oh, I know. I'll write a record called Marley Scratch that talks about him solely through the whole song. Played it for, well, I didn't play it for him. I read him the lyrics off my little brown paper bags, and the rest is history. Shante took me on tour, but I owe my career and everything that I fucking have. As far as, you know, she opened the door for me. Everything that I have, I earned myself, and if I couldn't have earned it, I wouldn't have it. But she opened up the door for all of this to be possible for me.
And with the Marley Scratch record too, was it your idea to do the Dimples D sample, or did Marley come up with that based on your rhymes?
I guess he might have came up with it based on my rhyme because he had to do the cutting.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking about him in the verses, he had to find a way to complement that. So I guess he already heard it in his head. Like, I heard Dimples D when she took her stand, she said, and I also did fucking refer to her shit.
Yeah.
You heard Dimples D when she took her stand, she said, Marley, it's one, it's one, it's one, it's one, it's one hell of, you know what I'm saying? And so that might have made his mind click to say, Marley. Now remember, at that point in time, it wasn't too many motherfuckers that had records that they could scratch with their name in it.
You know, and where we started the conversation, I said you're a pioneer of many things. That's actually another thing. Like cats scratching their own record. Like EPMD popularized it a little bit later on. They would scratch a lot of their own records, but DJ Premier made it a huge thing. You know, that's really, if you look at Marley Scratch, that's the precursor to Premier's signature cutting. You know what I mean? So there's another avenue in which you can pioneer.
Look, not just not that. That was just some Marley. You know what I'm saying? Like Flash. After a second, Flash had plenty of Flash one time.
Yeah.
Jam Master J. Jam. If you was a nice DJ, niggas was saying your name.